Hey everyone, welcome back. So today is Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a great day. Markets were up for the most part today, but they were obviously down towards the end. Bitcoin was the same thing, was up kind of throughout the middle of the day here and then started going back down. So we're actually negative right now. So we'll obviously take a look at Bitcoin, see what's going on with that. We'll take a look at Ethereum as well. We'll take a look at the miners, see how they performed today. Some have done actually pretty good considering Bitcoin was down. We'll take a look at DigiHost July production update as well, and then we'll take a look at Hut 8 Foundry deal. Not much news there, but we'll take a look at it anyways, and we'll call it a day. So as always, you guys are aware, not financial advice. I'm investing in following coins and companies for full disclosure. Let's get into Bitcoin here, and we'll call it a day here quickly. So should be a pretty short video, maybe 14, 15 minutes if we play our cards right. So Bitcoin right now is at 23,124. It has been bouncing off our support line, or our 200 weekly moving average here, which is the red line right here. And we crossed below it a little bit today, but we bounced above it, and we are still above it right now. We obviously have fallen below our resistance here at the 23,800 line, which is the green line here. This is the part where we want to get above. Looking at the RSI right now, it is at 55. Last time we were around this range, we were back here, so we are higher in price on the daily chart, while the RSI has been at the same level, so that's a good sign. So we're still looking a little bullish here, at least on the daily. On the 1 hour chart, let's take a look at that really quick. And we can see here that we are at 53 on the RSI. Last time we were right around here was roughly close to here, just a couple hours ago. And we have been up in price. Prior to that, we were pretty close over here, and we were obviously higher in price. So we'll have to see if this will actually play out where it tends to go a little bit bullish now towards the upside possibly, but we'll see. Let's take a look at Ethereum here really quick as well. So Ethereum is at 1,657. It has been falling down, kind of like Bitcoin has for the past couple of days. It is obviously in the green today, fortunately, and we don't see much going on as far as the RSI. RSI has obviously come way down a little bit here on the daily. Last time, it's still obviously higher in price from even these levels down here. So we're still looking pretty good on the RSI and still looking a little bit bullish on Ethereum. So let's take a look at the miners here really quick, see which ones were up, which ones were down. Let's get rid of the 200 weekly moving average line. There we go. So ANIA was up 7.02% today to 66 cents on the day. Argo was up 15.67% to 52 cents. So a nice day for Argo, obviously. Had a pretty good jump here, I think in the last hour. Let's take a look at it by hour. Yeah, had a pretty good jump here in the last hour of trading. The Bit Digital was up 7.59% to $1.56. Bit Farms was up 5.67% to $1.49. Clean Spark was up 3.9% in the to $4.53. Core is another good day here, up 12.86%. Let's take a look at Cores. Cores has been doing really well here in the last couple of days. If we look at it really quickly here from its bottom, possibly here, what are we up to now as far as gains wise? So we're up almost 85% in the last 13 trading days, which is a really good gain, 85%. So it's getting close to where Marathon has been doing as well with its gains here recently. So obviously, nice day for Cores. DigiHost was down 1.35% to $1.26. We'll take a look at DigiHost news here in a minute. DMG was up 5.26% to 30 cents. Hive was up 6.59% to $4.85. Hut 8 was up 4.33% to $2.17. Iris Energy was actually down 0.74% to $4.01. Luxfolio was actually up today 43% on the day to 10 cents. So it's kind of back to where it's been floating around. Yesterday it obviously had a pretty bad day. It was down like 37, 38%. So it obviously regained some of those losses from yesterday. Marathon was up 5.62% to $12.96. Mawson was down 5.03% to 85 cents. Riot was up 5.73% to $7.75. And let's take a look at Riot, see how far Riot has come up off the lows here that we had back here on July 5th. It is at 89, almost 90% up from that time frame. So pretty good gains right now. Let's take a look at the last one, which is Stronghold. Stronghold was down 2.15% to $2.28 right now. And I'm kind of blocking the chart here. We obviously had some huge pumping going on in the weeks prior, and we're coming back down off of that, it looks like, a little bit here. And that's just Bitcoin difficulty. All right, so that's it for the miners. Kind of a mixed bag here. A lot of the miners were up, some of them were down. And let's take a look at DigiHost here first, or actually we'll take a look at Hut 8. So Hut 8 signs a partnership with Foundry. Foundry selects Hut 8's data center infrastructure for cloud services. You guys know Foundry has like a Foundry pool. They do some other services as well. They're pretty embedded into the crypto mining space. So Hut 8 has signed a partnership with Foundry Digital. The deal marks the first significant blockchain industry win for Hut 8's high-performance computing business. So I think this is part of their data centers that they bought out. I think it was this year or last year that they bought them. So this is obviously going towards that business. So Hut 8 will support multiple lines of business for Foundry. Initially at the company's, I'm going to butcher this, Mississauga, Ontario data center, with plans to expand into Kelowna, British Columbia data centers for infrastructure support across Canada. We don't have as much as far as what they're going to be using it for, but we do know that Foundry obviously works in the North American digital currency mining and staking industries, bringing institutional expertise, capital, and market intelligence to help build decentralized infrastructures. And it just doesn't say what they're going to be using it for. I'm guessing either just for compute space, possibly. And we don't know how much this obviously can bring in, excuse me, in revenue for them. So a little light on details, obviously a little fluff piece here, it looks like, but it would have been nice to have some details as far as what this could possibly mean in revenue for them. They didn't have to provide how much they're providing as far as computing power, but just, you know, as far as what are they going to be making on it. It would have been nice to see. So that's it for Hut 8. It was a pretty light day for news today, and then we got DigiHost releases. So DigiHost announces infrastructure build-out of 55 megawatt site in Alabama and provides monthly Bitcoin production update. And the update isn't too good. So production highlights for July, they mined 64.17 BTC, resulting in total holdings of 220.09 BTC at the end of July. Ethereum holdings are still at 1,000.89, which they were the same in June and prior to that. Total digital assets inventory, that is the combination of the two. To avoid equity dilution for its shareholders, management sold a portion of its BTC production during the month to fund its energy costs. The company is debt-free as of July 31st, so that's actually pretty good. And to support the power needs of local community, the company reduced its overall energy consumption during the month of July, with its operations running predominantly at off-peak hours. So they were obviously putting energy back into the grid and getting paid for it, possibly, and then obviously paying less on the electricity that they were using, so that's good. Going down here, the Alabama site build-out. So DigiHost is pleased to announce that it has commenced construction and the development of the facilities build-out in Alabama. The goal of bringing the property to a hashing capacity of 28 megawatts by the end of the third quarter of 2022 and a total of 55 megawatts by the end of the first quarter of 2023. So that's actually going to add them quite a bit of infrastructure that they can actually use going forward. They're obviously having problems with the site in New York, which I believe had a fire at the substation or the transformer or something, and it doesn't look like they got that fixed yet, or at least it doesn't seem like it. So in support of its infrastructure expansion, the company will transfer a portion of its existing mining fleet from New York State to the site in Alabama to allow DigiHost to benefit from the lower direct energy costs it has negotiated with Alabama Power, which will lead to an overall reduction in DigiHost operating costs, which is good. Excuse me. So that is all good and dandy, but they did not provide where they are with their hash rate currently. So they're saying here 650 petahash down here. Currently it's hashing at approximately 650 petahash. I think I have them a little bit lower than that, but let's take a look at what I got for them. So here's DigiHost right now. I have them at 597 right now, so we're not too far off. We're only off by about 50 petahash, if that is correct. So obviously, future hash rate is 1.1 exahash. They're about 600 petahash right now. They're about 52% installed. Hash rate average per miner is about 91 terahash. BTC HODL 220. Excuse me. BTC value of about 5 million right now. HODL to market cap is 14.3%. Each share has about 18 cents of HODL position. And we can take a look at what's going on here. So 64.17 Bitcoins were mined. They are currently at approximately 0.1074 BTC per petahash. Value came in to be about 1.5 million in revenue for the month. So that's a difference of 8 less Bitcoins mined in July than in June. And it's a month-over-month difference of about 11%. So obviously sizable this my difference there. Excuse me. My throat is starting to kill me. What else do we have here? Oh, so it looks like they sold about 137 Bitcoins from June to July. And that was valued at about 3.15 million in total of the proceeds. Depending when they sold it, could have sold it a lot higher. I'm just using the end of July price for it right now. And like I said, they didn't. They had about 1 exahash here in miners mining through April, and they obviously had an issue with the facility in New York, which obviously that cut down their production quite sizably. So now I'm at 587. We haven't gotten anything else installed here. And then obviously the Alabama site is going to help them out with that. I did reduce the days of operation to 25 based on what they provided also, and also to get them down to the, excuse me, 1.49 million in revenue, which was pictured above. So we're getting close to getting everything installed, hopefully with the facility in Alabama. So possibly by the end of the year, they'll be completely installed with all their miners, unless they report something where they're buying more miners or something like that on the open market or spot market. Right now is kind of a favorable time to buy if you can. And institutions has not changed much from July to August. We're at 24, which is the same. Shares increased a little bit to 1.87 million, but percentage owned went down to 6.67, so I'm surprised by that. We still have 1 buy rating, and the analyst targets are $3.88 across the board for the high, average, and low right now. So based on all that information, we can look at it here. We're looking at possibly them earning through this quarter here, which is July, August, and September, possibly around 5 million. Currently, with the way Bitcoin is, the number of miners they have, and everything else, we'll see where they actually come in. But we're using obviously the last 3 quarters data here and this current quarter, which is about 5 million. And I probably have to update that. Yep, that needs to be updated. So that equals actually that right there. Excuse me. So that gives us more of that. And then make sure we're using the same 3 quarters, so monthly quarters. So that's that one, followed by that one down there and that one. So that is accurate there. Okay. And I probably should be using this one over here. So let me see here. I think I might have made a mistake here. Let's see, so we want to use that one. We want to use this one, and we don't want to use this old one here. There we go. So now we got the most accurate numbers up to date on them. So last 3 quarters, we're looking at about 24.7 million, combined 29 million with this current quarter. If it stays where it's at, it may go up depending on the price of Bitcoin. Stock price is currently $1.26 right now. Market cap is 35 million. And looking at the price to earnings ratio, we're looking at them being at right now of about 2.5 to 3 PE right now. Seeing that they only have a little bit more growth to go, I think if Bitcoin starts going up, they could be right around the 10 PE range. So given that Bitcoin is pretty low right now, we're looking at possibly a 50% net income from gross revenue, which would put them in at 532 per share if they were valued correctly. And at 75% net income from gross revenue, they would be at $7.98 at a 10 PE. Obviously, some of the other miners that are growing a lot more, they're going to get a little bit better PE ratio than somebody that's almost, fully installed and everything. So still undervalued in my opinion. Obviously, they got to get the facility completed in Alabama, which would be good. They also have to get the facility in upstate New York fixed as well to get them back up to at least the 1 exahash here. Because right now, with the way things are shaping, with the heat, with the difficulty possibly going up as well here shortly, with all of these guys getting stuff installed, they're going to be obviously mining less and less Bitcoins when that happens. So they do have to get facilities up and running. So that's it. Like I said, it's going to be a quick one today. Not much going on in the news as far as other miners. But I'm also surprised that we're not getting more miner production updates. Usually within the first couple of days of a new month, we're getting at least 5-6 updates. So everybody's a little slow to get those out this time around. Hopefully we'll get some more by the end of the week. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Helps me out tremendously. And then, as always, Patreon members have access to my Excel files, spreadsheets, whatever you want to call them. And I do appreciate their support there. So thank you to those guys, and have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow.